We're going to talk about one of the most volatile and ugly crypto pump and dumps we have seen in a long time. And is President Trump behind it? Well, that's what a lot of Bitcoin maximalists and that's what a lot of Bitcoin mainstream media or just crypto mainstream media in general will tell you. But in fact, no. It is because these people do not watch the O Show. It is because these people are not able to use critical thinking. And it's just because the market is incredibly irrational. So let's go ahead and talk about what's happening with the crypto markets, why numbers going down, why the crypto market cap's going down, Bitcoin's going down, etc. We also have some HBAR news. We have some VeChain news, a couple other really good stories that we got to discuss. But the name of the game right now is being patient long term. If you are not patient long term, you are going to get wrecked. You have to understand there is always somebody on the other side of the trade that has a lot more capital than you and a lot more resources. They might not necessarily be smarter than you, but they have these and they've got a network of people on their side. And you have to understand when people are talking about taking debt out and using capital, deploying capital, whatever that is, these people are patient. They do not want that instant gratification, because once you start seeking that instant gratification, especially in crypto, that's when you get wrecked. Not only did Bitcoin break an all-time high yesterday, hit almost 125,000, but we saw another all-time high when it comes to the crypto market cap. And now we have a little bit of a pullback. So let's go ahead and talk about what happened, why it happened, and why it's really not that big of a deal, and why you need to be patient, because all of the puzzle pieces are connecting. Everything is doing what it needs to do. If you would have, and again, think of it this way. I know a lot of you guys have been here, a long time. I've been in crypto since the end of 2017. I've been making content since like 2018. Never in my wildest dreams did I think we were going to get a pro-crypto administration. Did I think we were going to get Bitcoin ETFs? Did I think we were going to get a Bitcoin strategic reserve? That altcoins were able to operate in this market? That we would have the commissioner of the SEC shout XRP out, shout Ripple out, and be like, hey, it's over. We can now focus our efforts in real places. We're going to work with Ripple to get this all situated and get it over with. Never in a million years did I think this would happen. Yet here we are in 2025 in the most bullish time of our lives. If you've been on this journey with me, you understand the importance of patience. If you're brand new here, I want you to understand the importance of patience, because if you are not patient, you are going to get wrecked. The name of the game is to protect your capital, and how you do that is you remove emotions. And if you're somebody that cannot remove emotions, we've got Dame down there. They are licensed financial advisors. They can create custom crypto and Bitcoin portfolios for you. I can't, but they'll manage your money for you, because you are going to make a lot of money. A lot of money if you play your cards right. So let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, shout out to TikTok, to Rumble, to Twitch, everybody that's watching right now. We've got Mr. John, Gorgeous Alexandra, Mr. R, Mr. D, Mr. Junkies, Alpha Moves, Mr. Neil Weston checking in, Queen, who else? Thank you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, set alerts so more people can get this information. And I put out a video for you guys at 2 p.m. PT with just a, little separate topic. And then I also put out at 6 p.m. PT, if you guys don't like the long live streams, we do about 20-30 minutes, I put out a 2 to 3 minute wrap up of all the news. It's a short, you could watch it, get it in, get it out, get your daily news dose, okay? Every single news story I put out is backed by a source. You could always Google that on up, but let's go ahead and get in the news, because there's a lot of things happening right now that we need to discuss, okay? Oh, here we go again. All right. This is what is causing the market to dump. And the amount of dumb takes I'm hearing on the feed because of this are absolutely atrocious. Okay. Absolutely atrocious, because the United States of America will not be using your taxpayer dollars to buy Bitcoin. Let me repeat that for you. Well, actually, let me let you listen to the clip, and then I'm going to get into it, because I got to go on a tear, because this is important.
I doubt we're going to revalue it, but we are going to keep it there, again, as a store of value for the American people. We've also started to get into the 21st century, a Bitcoin strategic reserve. We're not going to be buying that, but we are going to use confiscated assets and continue to build that up. We're going to stop selling that. I believe that Bitcoin reserve at today's prices is somewhere between 15 and 20 billion.
And Mr. Secretary, all of these ideas to monetize the asset side of the balance sheet of America, is that partly the beginnings of this sovereign wealth fund that you spoke about in your hearing back in January?
I think that these are all standalone ideas, and that as we get more into them, it will require legislation. We'll do it through statute to create a fund to hold these and to oversee them in a good way for the American.
Holy cow. People are dumping their bags over this clip. Did you not hear what he said? Let's break it down for you. America is getting a Bitcoin strategic reserve, but we will not be using funds to buy additional Bitcoin. The funds that are the Bitcoin strategic reserve will be created based off of confiscated Bitcoin. So somebody that had done something bad in the past, U.S. government takes it just like they do with any asset. So they're going to take that Bitcoin as an asset and they're going to add it on the U.S. balance or as a Bitcoin strategic reserve. This is bullish. This means you, the American taxpayer dollar, does not have to foot the bill. As an American that pays an absorbent amount of taxes, I am so sick of my taxpayer dollars going everywhere but where it needs to be. The kids, the roads, forest management, public safety, infrastructure, services to the elderly, services to veterans. I'm sick of it. That's where I want my taxpayer dollars to go. I don't want it to go for the U.S. to invest because I've given the U.S. enough money to continue to invest the way they want to invest. And we just hit, look at this. Where is it? Look at this. $37 trillion record debt. $37 trillion record debt. I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to what's happening? The fact that you and I have to balance our budget. Don't start, King. Don't bring that political crap here. We don't do that here. Okay? I want my money to be put to good use. I don't want the government to invest in it. They can't even balance a budget. They can't. Both parties can't balance anything. So the fact that we are not using taxpayer dollars to buy more Bitcoin is a win. And if you've been paying attention, they are going to take a look at the gold, and then they are going to probably rebalance the current investment portfolios through legislation. So it's going to take time. And if you've been paying attention to what Cynthia Loomis is saying, they are talking about analyzing what they've got with gold and selling the gold certificates to buy more Bitcoin, which essentially is not costing the taxpayer dollars. So if you don't see this as a win, as a positive step forward, you've lost the plot. If the U.S. government buys Bitcoin, they have to use taxpayer dollars. If they use taxpayer dollars, who's paying for that? You and I. So that means less of our money goes to where it needs to go. Okay? $37 trillion debt, babies. No. So people that are complaining and crying, saying this dumped the market, chill. Okay? Chill. Oh, we got Litecoin in here. Litecoin to $1,000. Oh my. We're gonna cover Litecoin too. They're doing some really cool stuff. So allegedly, this is what dumped the market. But before that happened, well, there's another story too, right here. Oh, right here. Hey, where did it go? Sorry, guys. We're a little bit of a hot mess today. Okay, so this story came out yesterday too, and everyone started freaking the F out. Google Play Store to block crypto wallets without banking licenses in US and EU. So this was posted, and within an hour, Google responded. Because I said, does someone want to tell Google that in America, we do not ban crypto wallets under this administration? This administration, the SEC and the CFTC has made it abundantly clear that we are pro-crypto, that self-custody is allowed. Heck, the commissioner of the SEC, Mr. Atkins, said, we're not touching self-custody. They're basically trusting you to pay your taxes, to act on good faith, and they're not going to mess with your privacy in that aspect. So somebody put out this article, which no, and guess what happened? Google clapped back faster than I can even speak. Thanks for flagging this. Non-custodial wallets are not in scope of Google Play's cryptocurrency exchange and software wallets policy. We're updating the help center to make this clear. The notes on this that I have, for those of you that might need it, it was reported that Google Play reportedly planned to block crypto wallets without banking license in the US and EU. You don't necessarily need a banking license to put a crypto wallet on these app stores. Non-custodial wallets would have been most affected, potentially removed. The plan is reportedly dropped. Ban will not be enforced. And this is, I can at least speak this in the US. The UK, you guys are a little cuckoo over there. US, we're safe. Non-custodial wallets are not in scope of Google Play's crypto exchange and software wallet policy. Google is updating the help center to clarify this. This is another piece of FUD that dropped, okay? So people are freaking out. Do you understand? Google used to ban all kinds of stuff when it came to crypto. They don't do that anymore. You have no idea what it was like being a content creator back in up until 2024. How hard it was. All kinds of stuff would happen. All kinds of this big C word. But guess what? Within an hour, Google said, nope, we're not doing that. No. I just thought of that quote, prison and jail are not the same. But that's exactly what they said. So that's why y'all need to be patient. That's why you guys need to literally sit down, sit on your hands, and let the market do its thing. No, Google is not testing people. They're not, because the crypto community responds. That's what happened. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the rest of the news because there's a lot to cover. So that's why the market is dropping. But in the meantime, Bitcoin broke an all-time high of $123,500. I believe we hit about $400,000. Binance posted yesterday $4.018 trillion. Okay? Let's take a look. Market's not looking too great right now. That's okay. It happens. That's okay, babies. We're okay. We're holding. We are planning for when we do want to take profit, whenever that is. And in addition to that, we're buying the dip. We're accumulating if we want to. If you'd like to trade with me, I am on Femex and I am also on Kraken. The link is going to be down below. Not your keys, not your coins. So right now with Bitcoin, we're experiencing a dip. We hit this high over here of $124,000. Okay. We dipped what was this? We're currently at a 5% dip. We're now trading at $117,000. Okay. Not a big deal. 115 is crucial support. That's where we've got our trend line here. So this is what we need to watch. We take a look at our big Bitcoin chart. We've got great support at $111,000. So I am not pressed. Ethereum's down a couple $100. We're getting we were like $100 away from breaking all-time high. We got a swing look low of $4,400. Currently at $4,500. We've got great support at $4,000. Solana broke down below 200. We got support at 180. Sui broke down below 380. Let me go ahead and fix our cute little trend line over here. Got it support at 355. XRP holding strong above $3. Holding strong above $3. We got that swing wick low that came down to 298. We bounced up quick. We want to get back above 312. Chainlink dropping as well. 2235. Cardano ADA. Wow. A lot of volatility here. A swing wick high all the way up to $1. Wow. And dropped down below 90 cents. HBAR back in range over here. 24 cents. No biggie. Algo hitting support over here. Litecoin is also taking a big hit. However, we've got support at 114. Sahav 134. This is peanuts, baby. Don't be pressed. Thank you, Sal, so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Yep, and I said don't be pressed. Yeah, I am from Cali, born and raised. Make sure you guys like this and share this. Hey, Bitcoin's volatile. Crypto's volatile. If you want a little teeny tiny volatility, go to stocks. Go to traditional finance. Go get yourself some treasury bond or something. I don't know what the hell you want. Go get it. Don't be pressed, please. Please, baby. Please. You're not going to make money being pressed. Don't be sensitive. All right, let's get into some other stories. All the bad stuff is gone. Now let's talk about what VeChain's doing. VeChain just announced that they recently became clients of Franklin Templeton, one of the world's largest asset managers with over 1.7 trillion. VeChain reveals new value propositions reflecting dramatically reduced friction in financial and billing workflows, eliminating forex fees, minimizing intermediate layers, operating outside constraints of traditional banking hours, and offering more seamless environment. VeChain is also exploring ways to proliferate the use of Benji through their ecosystem, leveraging distinctive features such as intraday yield, intraday liquidity, and composability. One thing I want to say about VeChain, even though it is not made in the United States of America, this is another project that is heavily on my list, primarily because a partnership with Franklin Templeton like this, Franklin Templeton, the big wigs, the big shot finance guys, they don't care. They're not going to put their money. They're not going to partner. They're not going to do any or become a client. They're not going to do anything with any of these companies unless they mean business. So VeChain is another one that's doing good. Great. We're dipping higher. Send it higher. Also, Bitcoin surpassed Google, making it fifth in total largest market cap of the world. Cool. Next on the docket over here, Litecoin. What's going on with our buddies over at Litecoin? They just made a big announcement. A new chapter is about to begin. Me Pharma is the first public company to put Litecoin on its balance sheet. Congratulations to Litecoin and to Me Pharma. It's a gateway stock for anyone who wants to exposure to sound money without waiting for the ETF. Well, they're basically telling you we want you to buy our stock. Should you buy their stock? That's a personal choice. However, a lot of these treasury company stocks, if it's the right one, will do well. Today, I'm going to drop a video for you about one that did not do well. I think a Litecoin treasury company with the stock might be okay. I also think that I also got a little bit of alpha of these treasury companies from one of my from my financial advisor and kind of what's going on behind the scenes. It's very important to figure out who's helping them or who's helping them manage their finances, because it's got to be somebody that's crypto native. But this is great. We're here to let people front run Wall Street. We're bringing Litecoin to NASDAQ. While everyone waits for the ETF, we're already live. Whenever you want Litecoin exposure, you can get it through your brokerage. So basically what they're doing here is they're telling you how you can get it through. And we love Randy Hipper on this channel. Randy is like my daughter. I love her with all my heart. She is a wonderful big sister to Lo, and she's not only gorgeous, but she's intelligent, she is articulate, and she is a hard worker. And if you want to get a younger person's perspective, because I'm a bit older, go to her. Gamer, I appreciate it, but I cannot take a look at the Terra Wolf that runs nuclear power. They just got a deal with Google Supply to power them. I can probably check it tomorrow, but I can't do it today. So I'm short. Got some things going on today, but we'll definitely take a look at that tomorrow. Just do me a favor and send me the story if you can. So good. Litecoin Strategic Reserve. Absolutely love it. And when they talk about you getting exposure to Litecoin through their stock, is because they have it on their balance sheet. And remember, I told you there's a lot of interaction with these people. Like for a long time, people said, oh, all these traditional financial companies don't like Bitcoin, even though a lot of them were shareholders to MicroStrategy. Yeah. Next, Hedera Foundation. They've got some news, some big news. We love to see it. They got a little cute announcement over here. So shout out to the Hedera Foundation. So they're now live as a tier 1 network for Dfns. It's a top wallet as a service platform. It helps fintechs, institutions, and enterprises manage digital assets and blockchain operations. Predictable fees, fast transactions, and no front-running MEV. Carbon negative, 10,000 plus TPS, secure transactions, and more. Do you understand how big this is? Hedera just sits and continues to make a lot of partnerships with a lot of like real use case stuff, like real stuff. And again, they're really heavy into kind of traditional finance, but right now they're into fintechs, institutions, and enterprise management for digital assets and blockchain. Do you understand this crossover here? They are making it possible. Okay? Really making it possible for traditional finance to come into our sector and to make things transparent and safe. They also announced Kai XYZ, a protocol purpose built for all WAs, expands their tokenized fund offering on the Hedera network to include Laser Digital, Digital Carry Fund, and beyond. Again, the term RWAs. So now they're working with a project to facilitate fintech Then they're looking for, now they're doing more stuff with RWAs. And that's why I say Hedera has a trifecta, DeFi, AI, and RWAs. Pretty important stuff. Next on the docket, bullish. Takes buyer volume hit $1.66 billion in an hour, matching the August 11th breakout surge. What does this mean even though we're dumping? So basically, it's a total amount of buyers that have executed as market orders, purchasing from the order book at current ask price. So a bunch of people bought quite a bit of Bitcoin yesterday. Quite a bit of Bitcoin, even though we're dropping because of this BS news with the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve and the Google stuff. Okay, this is good though. This is bullish. So if you're holding Bitcoin, you're a little bit underwater. Don't worry about it. You want to know why? Look at the president of El Salvador, Mr. Bukele. El Salvador's Bitcoin portfolio, their unrealized gains are up, or excuse me, their current balance is $768 million. Okay. And the reserve is around 470 million in unrealized profits because they're not taking profits. But this is the moral of the story. It doesn't matter when you buy Bitcoin, just as long as you're buying it. No financial advice. Long game over here. Regarding ETFs, USCF filing for oil plus Bitcoin ETF, which will give 100% exposure to crude oil and 100% exposure to Bitcoin. So a 2 times ETF just divided between the two assets. Nice. Wonderful. So that's what, again, traditional finance. And that's why the Hedera story is so relevant, because we're talking about traditional finance coming into the space, and projects like Hedera are helping to facilitate it. Next, the Genius Act. This one is a funny little clapback by Mr. Jake. We love Jake over here. Mr. Jake, not your attorney, not my attorney. On banks, Genius Act, and stablecoins. Bank Policy Institute urged Congress to close the Genius Act stablecoin interest loophole. Banks requested exclusion for yield-bearing stablecoins in the act. Banks are upset that the language doesn't negatively impact stablecoin holders enough. Regulatory lobbying by banks didn't work out as they hoped. Let's talk about this really quickly. Why is this so important? This is incredibly important because the banks are pissed off because people are going to be able to get yield. There's a loophole for the yield-bearing stablecoins, and so the banks are pissed. Absolutely livid. The banks are getting owned. You want to know why? Because they spent all their time in previous years fighting Bitcoin and crypto to only get a pro-crypto president and a pro-crypto administration and be like, they're caught with their pants down. What do? Yeah, I know. Sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, well. The banks are getting pushed in a corner, babies. Also, MetaMask is set to unveil plans for a new stablecoin. This is from a source. I have not heard anything about this from my guys over at MetaMask. So we'll see what ends up happening. Also, no one knows who the hell Bullish is, but their stock surges above $110 per share minutes after public debut. Again, this is a crypto company that a lot of people haven't heard about, but apparently they went live and they pumped 126% on launch. The IPO price was $37. Gamer, did you get in on this? They peaked at $118, and Tom Farley previously led NYSE. This is why I'm telling you to pay attention to a lot of these crypto companies. I don't know who the hell this company is. No one knows who it is. I remember hearing about it before, but at the end of the day, these crypto companies that either have treasuries or are going public, their stocks are pumping. That's where the money is. Also, we got Daddy Trump. President Trump says interest rates should be at 1%. Liquidity surge incoming. Will they drop rates to 1%? I have no idea, honey. I have no idea. But all I know is, we're going to get lowered interest rates. Is allegedly they're going to lower interest rates 3 times. People are panic selling their Bitcoin. The market is crashing. Oh my God, so terrible. But those of you that watch the show, you guys are put on game. You guys are doing good. Anyways, on that note, I got to go. I got some media coming out for you, sending you all love and light, and I'll catch up with you soon. Oh, before we go, I've got the event today. If you are in LA, come to the event. It's free. I'm going to post it on, I'm also going to post it on YouTube. It's going to be a crypto meetup. It's going to be in Hollywood. I will be there from 4:30 to 7:30. I'm going to put the link at the top for you. Okay. So make sure you guys come if you can. Make sure you guys come. It's going to be super fun. It's free. Just show up. You're going to have a great time. Sending everyone love and light. Wendy O is out. Bye-bye. Bye, babies. If you guys want to go to the LA event, go to YouTube and you guys will see it there.